his heart, a marked man, slowly torn apart. In these 8 cursed years, he's been drowning in his tears, bloody tears.
Alright, it is time to get the nonsense started for tonight. And first up, an update on the ear. It is doing much better. I ended up going to the emergency room on Friday to, because the pressure was starting to get painful. The meds that they put me on there have helped with that. I know, Nix, I'm sorry. Thank you for the sub, Tora. And the head pats. Also, I forgot to turn on the chat cover again. There we go. Yeah. That said, my hearing is not where it should be yet, so there is still quite a ways to go. But thankfully, noises aren't painful to hear anymore. So, it is almost as good as us, or old as us. But yeah. Anyway, the last time we met up with Thancred and met the Warriors of Darkness after beating the shit out of the Warring Triad. Got shit leaking out of your... Oh no, that sucks. Your streak says it's at 51C. I don't know how to take that. Just 51, okay. Look, I don't know if it was a typo or not. At least the pressure's almost all gone. That's good to hear. You'll have to scream in my ear, Tora, because I won't be able to hear it otherwise. Anyway. Let's talk to Alphino and see where we're going from here. Oof. I've had those before, Nix. They're no fun. Wait, is this the patch where we get the anti-tower? Oh, I hope it is. The anti-tower is such a good dungeon. I love it so much. I do not like flying up these narrow hallways, though. There we go. Vito, you could have at least moved down to the first floor.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of Foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
But yeah, things are going great. I swear, every time I come back and it's snowing at night in Ishgard, it feels like the room temperature drops 10 degrees in here. Excuse me. Swallowed wrong there. You're welcome. I'm glad to have been of service. Yep. It was while Estinian was still possessed by Nidhogg, as we were starting peace talks with the dragons. Oh, absolutely, yeah. God, speaking of the final steps of faith, though, I cannot wait to do that. Just that whole fucking series of events is so fucking good, y'all. That's a good question. Because you ask 10 people how much time transpires from the start of A Realm Reborn to the end of Endwalker, you will get 10 different answers. Especially if those 10 people are all on the dev team for this game. Like, there are people who say the entire game happens over the course of like a year and a half. There are people who say this is all, a 10-year-long story. There are people who just say, don't think about it. Like, personally, I would err more towards the longer end with each of the time frames between events being, effectively the patch releases. Yeah, no, nobody would care. Like, time is such an already ambiguous thing. And let me put it this way. With the revelation of how the Duty Finder is worked into lore with Shadowbringers, it is canon that every player is the Warrior of Light of their universe, effectively. Meaning there are an infinite number of universes where the time scale is just however the fuck the players go through the game. And that's the only real difference. So, like, if somebody gets mad about it, this is how it worked for this timeline sort of deal. It's a baked-in excuse. Anyway. Yeah, just like, personally, I would say it would be anywhere from like 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 3 months. Like, any more, and that's kind of pushing it for me, but yeah. Much shorter than you thought. Okay, so actually, let me look this up before I say anything. Hang on. Dude, pulling up Wikipedia. Okay, so Heavensward released on June 23rd, 2015. Which is the absolute earliest people would have gotten to Estinian being possessed. Right? And that's if they just played start to finish in one day, right? So, Faith. This has a release date for the patch. It was okay, so it was in 3.3. So release date was June of 2016. June 7th. So, in real time, Estinian would have been possessed at an absolute maximum a year. Like, that's just going by the patch release dates. The reality of that is that most people would have digested Heavensward over the course of a month or two, and that's if they were just like basically no-lifing the game. And now, never mind the people who took a much slower pace. So, like, it would realistically, like, the way the story presents it, I would say about 3 months is the highest limit I would go. That's just me, though. You're welcome. But yeah, just like, yes, absolutely. But like, as far as like the time scale goes, and this is purely just a matter of perspective here. It would absolutely feel like longer if you were playing Heavensward while it was current. Because of that damn near actual year-long gap between patches and like the final steps of faith coming out. That said, not a whole lot actually happens in the patches. Like, the fact that a year's worth of content is just one part kind of says a lot there. Because, like, part 3... Where did I teleport to? Anyway, but, like, part 3 is just the end of the base game to the end of the steps, or final steps of faith. Like, that's where part 3 ends. And if I, buckle down and don't get too distracted, I'm probably going to hit that either today or Thursday. I love how Hilda sees Thancred and immediately starts bullying him. He's not. Thankfully, for Nidhogg anyway, when he possesses Estinian, he can just make Estinian into a dragon. Like, the time that Nidhogg is in the driver's seat, Estinian is not looking like an Ellison. He is just lounging around the area as Nidhogg. Like, Nidhogg can just change between those forms at will at this point. So he can just go about his normal hunting routine. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Don't mind me zooming in the camera for no apparent reason. Also interesting that the priest got a cutscene and she didn't. He sure was. Can I jump from here? I can. So. Okay. Alphinaud down in the broom. And I cannot wait for winter to come back. We'll be back here. Don't worry about that. I love that Thancred just bullshitted a story out of nowhere and got the guy to confess that easy. I love Hilda so much. She's like, yeah, I'll take him to see Aymeric, as long as he let me shoot him in the foot first. Fucking scams, I swear to God. I half or 90% of the calls I get are scams anymore.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Hmm.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
See, this is where Ayane would absolutely speak and be like, Amaric didn't kill him, I did. They want me. Let me go to them. I'll give them their right of trial by combat. Like, you want to play religious bullshit? Let's play, fucko.
Ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
It's funny you say that, Nyx. Because she has. And Ayane walked it off. Like, Halone is a raid boss. I fought her and won. All of the 12 gods are.
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Amaric, I love you. I'm leading. You can be the figurehead. I'm leading. I'm calling the shots here.
Of course.
And Alphino, pocket heal for Amaric.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Anyway, time for the vault round 2. Ah, dang, it's not gonna let me jump over that. Oh, wait, never mind. Also, it's gonna take more than 30 seconds because I have to be synced for this. It'll still be just a little more than 30 seconds.
Down with you!
Okay. Hostage secure. Murder the rest. Aw, Mr. Famous loves you. Heyo. Oh, there were more people there. Derp. We are indeed. Depends on which thing. That said, I don't think you have. Oh, no, you have not. That comes, like, right before the final steps of faith, if memory serves. on. There we go. I remember. Ah, I see combat happening. Ah. Just in time. Jesus Christ. An entire fucking moose. Oh, a mouse. Okay. Look. I was reading while also running. Oh, hey. It's that kid that was having a time. He is still having a time.
Where is he? Where is he?
I love how angry Aymeric is here. He is so fucking pissed off.
Come no closer!
Just saying, I could throw my spear at him.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
He is within range of javelin.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
I can arrange that.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Mostly mine. And, buddy, I want you to look at me when I say this. Thornton went out like a bitch. Okay? I need you to know he went out on his knees, pissing his pants in fear of me. Like a bitch. Like, realistically, a Dragoon would be able to just jump off, grab her, and then jump back up because of how jump mechanics work, but, you know, I'm letting this play out to be dramatic.
What? But I... Vidofnir!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
So, I'm fairly certain about this. Don't mind me if I'm wrong about this, but that first shot of Vidofnir's head so low to the ground, the animation that they used to, like, lower her head to the ground doesn't go that far down. So they just have the rest of the dragon sink into the ground off screen for that, I believe.
From Freysfelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Oh, he absolutely tore something open. Alphino and Y'shtola have just been constantly stitching him back together.
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
Well, I mean, he's still got healing magic as well. Aymeric just went that whole encounter with a bleeding debuff. Don't worry about it.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emeric? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own.
Well, I mean, really, it just kind of depends on whether or not the dragon is startled. Looks directly at Drakengard 3.
I see much of Horsefar in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
So Thancred is now technically a Garlean. Sort of.
that Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
Oh, also, fun fact. You never see that Vault Priest ever again. I like to imagine that once Aymeric saw that Vidofnir had caught the girl, Aymeric just yeeted the priest off the same ledge and let him fall.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Oh yeah, no, if Aymeric didn't, Ayane would have taken the lance, stabbed him in the back, and then javelin throw.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
Look, Emmanuel comes a long way, okay? Not to the point that he works his way up the rankings, but he's a good boy. He just takes a while to get there.
So I said to him, alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Haurchefant would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Haurchefant. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emeric, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
So that was the end of one patch. So there could be a time gap of up to 3 months between the end of that quest and the start of the next. This is part of the previous quest, though, so... Oh yeah, this is where Urianger comes in on the Warring Triad, right? Is that an actual question? Oh wait, no, that... Okay, so, in my defense, both of your names are showing up as pink on my end, so I mistook you for Nyx for a second there, Terminus. Let me put it this way, Nyx. It was a Realm Reborn outfit. And there's only one Scion unaccounted for that has yet to get a new outfit. So... No, not Minfilia. You nerd. And like, it's not exactly a mystery who it was. Like, it could either only be Alphino or Alisaie, so... As just blocking your view. Ah, okay. Oh no, this is where we get to the anti-tower. Yes, good. Wrong button. It's not even the weekend. Also, man, am I glad I have a chat cover. No, our fourth day of the weekend was Friday. Monday was back to work. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the song is, or they're playing even is. I don't even recognize it. It's not bothering me that much. I mean, once you realize what they're working with, it's honestly kind of amazing the kind of shit they get out of it. Like, let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's under social? Oh wait, it would be under actions and traits, I believe. Yeah, so you have all of these first off. You have to be a bard, first off, so let me just get out bard real quick. That's not bard. There we go. So yeah. This is what they're working with. Like, you have shift and control to go up or down an octave. And you have two other buttons that you do up and down half a step. So, like, the fact that anyone gets anything out of that is nothing short of impressive. Like, that is learning a new instrument in of itself. Like, there are absolutely videos out there of, like, big groups coordinating performances like that. And honestly, some of the concerts that I've walked in on have been pretty good. Because, like, so you only get 3 octaves per instrument. Like, that's a big thing. Like, the ranges each instrument gets are different. So when you have a full band playing effectively, you can absolutely do, like, a much wider array. Like, I have come in, or loaded into Limsa and immediately been like, wait, why am I hearing Smooth Criminal? Oh yeah, no, just... It's definitely something to look up, though. Like, for sure. I love Hoary Boulder. I wish he had more to do in the story. Why are you in danger? Oh no, that is dangerous. It was nice knowing you.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
Ryle doesn't take shit from anyone. I love it.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed.
Also, I would like to note, Thancred is closer in age to Minfilia's father and Flamine. He looks at Minfilia like a daughter. This is not a romantic relationship. Even though that's kind of how the fandom has always portrayed it. I'm actually not sure about that, Nyx. I'll have to pay attention. It could be the lighting, though. Because the lighting here is very weird.
I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path.
Also, a point against Thancred's telling of that story, he kind of left out who put the knife in the Gubu's back. Spoilers, it was him. Like, he was already old enough to be doing that. So, you know. Much older than Minfilia.
She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every science. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
Also, Minfilia is, like, easily the youngest scion, second only to Alphino and Alisaie, who are literal teenagers.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to check something. Because this is bugging me, because I can't... That doesn't look like just the lighting. And yeah, he definitely does not have heterochromia in Shadowbringers. Alright, let me see if I can get a better And like, I'm looking at the gallery on his Wikipedia page. He also does not have heterochromia in A Realm Reborn. And he did have the eye patch, or the cloth over his eye there, yeah. I wonder if that was a plot point that they eventually ended up dropping. Because that's not just the light. I'm betting it was a plot point to show, you know, like Y'shtola, he came out of the live stream permanently changed. But they decided, changing his eye color might not make the most sense. So thankfully, I feel like that's the only cutscene where you get that up close and personal in his face without the eye covered. So if you didn't notice it there, it doesn't make much of a difference, so... They are shonen rivals, yes. It's time! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Time for my favorite dungeon in Heavensward. Sort of, Nyx. Sort of. You'll see. It is, bar none, the coolest fucking thing. Like, when I say there are visuals that even, like, Shadowbringers and Endwalker don't measure up to, I say that with knowing full well the hurdle that, you know, creates. Soon, my beloved. soon. Matoya and Y'shtola never cease to amuse. I love that it's just a door that says no entry on it. The most unassuming entrance to one of the coolest things in the game. All right. Also, before I do anything else, oh yeah, I did remember to turn that off. Good. Good. I can. Also, these platforms look fucking amazing. Oh, I fucking love the visuals in here. God, just... This is the most fantasy-ass thing ever, and I fucking adore it. Didn't we go? You travel down the up staircase. I mean, it's not Star Fox, but, how about Ziggy? And I should note, the big-ass rock he's on, that's a rock of stardust. So, this is your David Bowie reference, Ziggy Stardust and all that. Good night, sweet prince. And now, we are walking on the ceiling. Yeah, y'all coming with me. Symphony of the Night now. I mean, we saw the inverted castle already. I love that even the candles are burning down. I'm fine, it's just allergies. I'm on prescription allergy medicine now, and allergies are still kicking my ass. That's how severe my allergies are. Come on, gather up. But Nyx, global warming isn't real. The government said so. Also, enjoy your trauma, Nyx. It's just 6 little porcelain dolls. How bad could they be? See? They're not so bad. And yes, I am just letting them go for a bit. There, see? Boss is done. Or not. It's fine. Oh no, there are definitely look away mechanics in Realm Reborn. Like, I want to say World of Darkness specifically. I know there were like mobs that used that icon for like AoE effects, so you don't have to look away if you're not in the AoE. But I think like the fucking Ahriman in World of Darkness is the first to have that. And also Hawk Manor, I guess, yeah. Okay. World of Darkness was just the first that I could remember. Also, I like that OBS is showing my mouse off the edge of the screen. I cannot see my mouse over there, but you can.
Hear, feel, think.
Time for a lore dump.
Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone. Her voice silent once more. I prayed. For those we had lost. For those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice. One will. One word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
I am going to just let this go on autoplay.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
You've had another vision, haven't you?
So, a lot of that is no longer accurate lore. However, I applaud the choice to keep it in as written, because it takes what was said and, like, nothing that was said there was strictly untrue. It just didn't have context. Kind of like how, like, theological scholars explain, you know, the wording of Genesis as, you know, God spoke the world into reality, as, like, God looking at Abraham thinking he doesn't have a concept of, you know, what the Big Bang would entail. Trying to explain that to him would take so much time and effort and probably scar the man for life. So we're gonna dress it up in metaphor that he can understand, sort of thing. Which is what that scene kind of takes a retroactive feeling of, as just like, you don't have the information to make or paint this full picture, so we're just going to dress it up as metaphor, get the points that we need to get across, and we'll fill in the rest later.
Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
They sure didn't.
Still in one piece, are we?
Also, Nyx, to kind of address your point, yes, it does spend the entire game being nearly spent. Because Hydaelyn is actively holding Zodiark down. And he is now 7 times stronger than when she first started doing that. And she could barely manage then. So, yeah.
Well, did you learn anything?
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
So, okay. She does not, Nyx. That's the thing. For reasons that we will get to when we get to Endwalker, she's not actively replenishing her ether the way other primals would. But, like, imagine, like, you've got somebody in a full Nelson and they just start growing arms. Like, that's kind of what Hydaelyn is up against with how Zodiark starts fighting back.
Nor am I. Cryo?
Okay, so, like, since everyone here has the context of Endwalker in their head, all of the ether that Hydaelyn would be using to replenish herself is going into the Mother Crystal so that we can get to Meteion. Like, she is actively starving herself so we have enough fuel to get to the big boss, sort of thing. And the leeches aren't helping at all, no.
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone?
See, here's the thing, Nyx. I don't think that would be a good thing. Because the way Auracite works, it's very possible that even should Hydaelyn have eaten Ultima, Ultima might have taken over. Like, Ultima is very much Cthulhu and John Carpenter's The Thing. You do not want to be infected by Ultima. Nothing good comes of that.
But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the Dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your Dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No. No, this is all wrong.
Anyway, back to the dragon plot. They sure are. Like I said, things move fast in these patches. Yup.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the Worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. "'Tis nothing, 'tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the Zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
I love that little motion of the eye. Because the last time we sat down for a drink with the head of state, we got chased out of Ul'dah. Dragon's Nest, there it is. Oh yeah. Also, I feel like I should probably point out, like, it's been said before, but, like, Kurthus wasn't always frozen like this. Like, it was fairly normal until Bahamut showed up. And Bahamut just fucked over the area. Okay. Like I said. It's just, it's one of those things where, like, it's not even the farthest north on the continent, so... Oh, that sounds wonderful, actually, Nyx. Yeah, same, Terminus. Like, it has gotten that hot up here in the Midwest. That is nearly 10 degrees cooler than what I'm dealing with, Nyx. It is 85 where I am at. I would love that, actually. Why do I get the feeling he's trying to get rid of me? Actually, let me see what my phone says the heat index is. I do not currently have a heat index from the looks of it. At least according to my phone. All right, come on. Group up. That's not grouping up. Come on, get together. Yes, Nix. Actually, let me check. That's 32. According to the wiki. I mean, he is one of the older Scions, so... I will try. Oh, give it time, Nix. Just give it time.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
More drink-induced trauma.
You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you're dead. Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs. This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Halone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
I sink, and yes, it is sad hours.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping. Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
It's less Fantasy France and more Fantasy Quebec. And there's more links to Ireland there than you might expect.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
In Amanileon's very slight defense, he did say stop, not shoot. That said, He should have picked his words far more carefully. I mean, she's not dead. $80-20. I mean, yeah. It did shut her up. So, something has occurred to me. A cursed thought. But one that this camera angle makes unavoidable in my head. Lucia has a reverse mullet going on. I will not elaborate further.
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
I appreciate what Thancred was trying to do there. And he lives to regret it, at least. Within the same cutscene, no less.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
I'm gonna go check on him. He sure did. And to be fair, I feel like the intent was to let the Warrior of Light punch him. But it would have looked incredibly goofy had Alala just shoryukened him in the chin. I mean, I feel like the silliness there was a reward for people to stick with Lala there. Like, the silliness was half the point of that fight. Wait, I did it again. I went the wrong ramp, I think. Wait, no, I was on the right one. Never mind. So I call that event Thancred punching out at Emmanuel at Falcon's Rest. I call that the Falcon Punch. You're welcome. I will say that Ayane would stick up for Emmanuel slightly there, because, like, again, he said stop, not shoot. It was the soldier who made the call to interact or interpret that order as shoot dead. Like, I would put more blame on the soldier of, like, not going to grab her. But there again, that's just Emmanuel was not used to commanding troops. The second arrow was absolutely unnecessary. Emmanuel had nothing to do with that. Like, he did not tell him to shoot again. But, like, it's one of those things where had Emmanuel actually paid attention to the lessons that Artoriel and Edmund were trying to teach him, he would have handled that better. And, like, told him, go up there and apprehend her. And things would have been not great, but it would have been better. So, like, he's definitely not blameless, but he's not at most fault. Like, he did his mandatory government mandated, service, and that's it. He showed up, he checked a box, but never once put any effort into any of it. And, like, I am far more sympathetic to the protesters than the fucking True Brothers, that's for sure. Because, like, the True Brothers are just there to further lies for their own power and enrichment. The protesters absolutely have, like, misguided but actual grief that they're holding on to. What is Gallicat? 1 second and I'll grab a picture of it. It's a monster that is based on art that originally is an encounter in FF6. Basically a cat wearing a vest with wings. But it has been turned into a monster in the Sea of Clouds, and a minion that you can get that looks like that. That does little flappy flaps as it follows you around. What are you thinking of, Terminus? Oh, Raubahn Savage. Yeah, no, this is that. This is where we get our one-on-one with Raubahn. I have a feeling. I love these options. In case they're too small to read, we have come this far, have we not? I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation. Or, it is getting to be a bit much, isn't it? I'm going for the middle one. I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation. I love that Thancred immediately just bonds with Hilda after she verbally kicks him in the nuts. Nyx, that's the secret. Thancred's type is the kind that can just kick his ass. He absolutely likes it in the locker. So long as she's the one that puts him there. Hi, Sid. Bye, Sid. Where in the fuck is Hilda actually hanging out if she's not in the broom? Ah, Here. He is in the broom. I'm just dumb. That's Sid with an S, by the way. Short for Sidorugu. He's the, Aura guy hanging out by the stairwell there. He's one of the Dark Knight NPCs. Oh, you're good. Man, I cannot wait to get to post Stormblood so I can actually start doing all of the job quests in their entirety. Because, boy, the Dark Knight quests are gonna be fun. I love this little conversation because this hits so much different, whether or based on whether or not you have thought about your Warrior of Light's background, what you've picked for your Warrior of Light's background, and how your Warrior of Light feels about being drafted into being the Warrior of Light. Like, for Ayane, her mom was basically pregnant with her as she fled Doma. Because, like, her dad was, you know, a part of Cayenne's failed rebellion against Garlemald. And then spent her childhood on the outskirts of Wyrlet just in time for Gaius to show up. And her brother, her older brother, is a merchant working with, I forget what the company's quote-unquote legitimate name is. But basically, he's part of the Krakens in Limsa, working, you know, shipping stuff between Radz-at-Han and Limsa. And when she went to meet him or when he came back to Limsa, guess what was happening? Here's a hint. It happened 5 years before A Realm Reborn was happening. So, like, she was in Limsa when Bahamut got mad. And So she kind of has that as a trauma. And then just decided, because she was like in Limsa when it went down, decided she would pick up Arc Anima to research tempering, because it was a fear that, you know, a lot of people were going to be tempered by Bahamut. And like, she was wanting to try and find a cure for that. Stormblood basically handed you a backstory on a silver platter. Same, honestly, same. Shippos. But yeah, just like, this conversation hits so different based on how much you are putting into your character here. And I love that. Also, I know what time it is, but I think I'm gonna go at least until the Grand Melee. Yes, you do. Go do that.
Lord Commander, if I may? I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee. Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end,
I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion.
So, ironically, I don't know why, but like, my favorite response to the question of where do you find the strength comes from Devil May Cry of all places. I think it's in DMC 5 where, like, during the battle between Dante and Virgil talks about, like, talks about how Dante has always been strong, and Dante fires back with, strength is a choice. It's deciding what you want and fighting like hell to get it.
He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces?
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
I mean, technically I'm part of the Maelstrom, but I'm pretty sure if anyone in the Maelstrom knew about this offer and knew that I turned down their opportunity to try and fight me, they would beat me up more than anyone ever beat Honor up. So yeah, I'm game. Maelstrom is just like that.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Like, honestly, had I shown up in a Maelstrom uniform, I feel like Merylvid would have been like, yeah, Ishgard, come take her. By request of Mistbeard himself, we don't want her on our team. We want to fight her. Like, all of Eorzea really wants a piece of me. Gods help me, I think it might be love. Thancred? Did Hilda actually step on your nuts? Oh, talking about me and Aymeric, right, okay. Yes, Nyx. And yeah, the Ascians definitely want a piece of my ass and on the moon, so there is that to consider. All right. They make you actually wear a uniform for this. Which sucks because I do feel like the Evolution Knight's armor that I was wearing fits the aesthetic. But I'll play along. God, I look like a nerd in it, though. I don't have the cool shoulders.
All here present, heed well the rules of engagement.
I don't have the cool shoulders to distract from how much of a nerd the red glasses make me look like. Basically, capture the flag.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
All is ready then. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
I mean, had Merylvid been allowed to fight, I wouldn't like my chances. Like, Merylvid is just that badass that even I'm like, I don't know if I could take her. Hi, Pippin. I want a piece of this. Okay. Time to be the tactical one. Now that I've had a chance with, Pippin. Does it favor you, buddy? I don't think it does. Oh, Pippin's back up. Round 2. Yes, line them all up for me, Lucia. Sorry to do this to you, Commander. You gotta go down. Yeah, no, get back here, Pippin. I'm not done with you yet. This is a lot of noise, by the way. Oh, yeah. Bring it, bitches! Here we go! This is so dumb, but I love it. Shoryuken! It was not, no. Sorry, Aymeric. Raubahn gets what he wants. And to think, this is Raubahn after he's been nerfed. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that hit. Because I was going to backflip, but then I was like, no, I'm pretty close to the wall.
Did she win? Then we...
even get to the instance because so fucking many people were lined up for it.
Ishgard! Ishgard!
Amazing.
Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the Fury you were on our side. Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
I see Mr. Famous is having thoughts and feelings. I welcome this wisdom.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them. Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
I love how the lighting or the time of day and weather just immediately shits the bed because of it's not being wrangled by the game or the cutscene. Okay. That's where we're gonna cut things for tonight, though. So, I'm not gonna bother with the raid today because it's GDQ week. You should be watching SGDQ. Tomorrow we'll be back to Resident Evil 6 with Sync, and then this will be back on Thursday. And maybe again Saturday. If not Saturday, then Sunday. Depends on when D&D is going to happen because we had to postpone a session. So, anyway, with all that being said, thank you all for coming and hanging out. And until next time, y'all have an excellent evening. Take care, and I will catch you all later.